John Rambo, adrift.
John Rambo. Yeah, I remember back when I was a young kid, for us guys that are in our 30s and stuff, growing up, he had the coolest knife. He had all this stuff inside the handle, and you could unscrew the top, and you had a compass right there, and, it was the most awesome knife ever. But as you get older, you start seeing the problems that, at least the one that I owned, that similar to this, the compass stopped working. If you need to know where you're going and you're in a survival situation, when your compass breaks, that's not a good thing. Yeah, it's got all this stuff in there, but apparently they're also very notorious for breaking because the handle is not a solid handle; it's hollow. This particular knife here, I'm not going to mention who the maker is, but the bottom line is that this is a higher end knife. It's up in the $200 or $300 range. I actually own one of these, and you don't always get what you pay for. Mine has chipped, it has bent. I've spent more time repairing it than I have using it. It's made out of SK5, and I think maybe SK5 is a hard steel to make knives out of, and if you don't know how to do it properly, it's going to be junk, because here in just a little while I'm going to show you another different knife made out of SK5 that doesn't have those problems. This is a Tom Brown tracker, very similar to the other knife. Both of them got a lot of things going for them. This one has something going for it that the other one doesn't. This knife is endorsed by Dave Canterbury. If you had to pick one knife, you couldn't pick any other knife, you can only pick one, this is the one that he recommends that you take. And had I listened to him, I would have bought this over the other one, quite honestly. And I think I probably would have been happier with it. You get a Kydex sheath with this one, the other one you don't. And you pay about $20, $30 more for this one. Anyways, this is Blind Horse Knives Pathfinder knife. It was designed and developed by Dave, and he used actually his YouTube subscribers at the time to help him refine his design. Everybody that's talked about it, that owns it, just loves this thing. They think it is the best knife they've ever bought. It's a little bit more higher end, not as much as the others. It's in around, the $100, $120 range, but I think it's going to be a knife that's going to last. I think it's going to be one that you would like. I don't own one yet, but when I get the money, I'm going to get one. This one here, when I get the money, I'm going to get this one. This is another one. This is one that tops. Same guys that made the Tom Brown tracker made this knife, or are going to be making this knife. And as soon as it comes out for the civilian population, yeah, it's mine. It's a partnership between Tops and Dave Canterbury, and as far as I'm concerned, if he's making it, it's probably going to be pretty well, you could bet your life on it. Now this next knife here, this is a cold steel Bushman. This knife is made out of SK5 steel. It's only 1/8 of an inch thick, as opposed to the 1/4 inch thick of the survival knife that I showed you before, the Tom Brown tracker knife. And no chips, no dents. It batons through wood like nobody's business. It's not a good chopper because it doesn't have a lot of weight, but it is a very good knife for $30, no less. This is a K-bar right here. This K-bar cutlass, I own one of these, and I recommend it highly. They're about $58 when I bought them, which wasn't that long ago. Chops excellently, batons excellently. Little bit of scratches, but no chips, dents, and you're gonna get scratches whenever you're splitting wood. This is a Rat 3, and I own one of these. And as you can see, they have a lot of different variations for the blades. They're about $80, guys. But you know what? I spent a lot of time debating on whether or not I wanted to get this knife. They're only, the blade's only about 3 inches long. But they're good for getting in there, for doing things that you need a small knife for, where a bigger knife is just going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, one of the nice things that I like about this is that you're going to get a sheath with it. You're going to get a Kydex sheath, just like with the Tops, and the Tops Pathfinder knife, I believe, comes with a Kydex sheath. Here you can see the RC3 with a Kydex sheath. That's what this is all about, guys. It's about quality. When you buy a survival knife, I don't care if it's a $6 survival knife, you need to be able to use it. It needs to come sharp, which almost all of these knives, with the exception of one, come sharp. Quality. Doesn't matter what you spend on it, as long as it's got the quality is there. You know, I still have my grandfather's buck knife from 1932. Okay? Yeah, it's rusted up, but a little bit of cleaning and it would be ready to rock and roll, and he used it every day. Alright, I'm out.